Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another night here with oxygen not included. We're again in the space hamlet, the colony that we've been building for some time. And everything's been going, I think, fairly well. We managed to get this far with only one death, even though I built a graveyard up here that was capable of holding, I don't know, 6 or 7 duplicants. Or what's left of them anyway. But so far it's been going pretty good. And we've got our little luxury setting over here. The whole idea behind building this colony, of course, was to try to create a scenario where our duplicants can sort of live in the lap of luxury. And we've built our first set of units over here that sort of accomplished that. We don't have any fancy beds yet. And that's actually where we want to try to strike towards now, is getting the plastic that we're going to need in order to make those fancy beds. Give them a little bit more additional comfort, and I don't think it'll actually end up raising the decor level of their room, because we'll have to shrink the room a little bit with in terms of artwork and what have you to fit the bed in. But nevertheless, we have it there. So we have to go down south in the map, drilling way down below here, where we actually found our way down to some oil. There's even a geyser here, which is kind of cool. Or oil well, or whatever it's supposed to be. So we'll try to tap into that probably and get some oil and stuff out of there also. And that'll let us make plastics. So today I kind of want to try and focus on setting up a space where we can produce the plastics. It's gonna have to be down below the colony, where it's not gonna cause any heat issues inside the colony for us. And see if we can get to a point where we're actually producing enough plastic to make some beds for our duplicants. But welcome everyone's here so far in the chat, or if you're watching this on the channel afterwards, welcome as well. Hopefully we'll have a good night tonight, and ideally one that doesn't involve a whole lot of duplicants passing away on us. Just showered. Love your streams. Haven't been able to hit a live one in a while. Love what you do, buddy. Thanks very much. I appreciate the support. Glad you enjoy the channel. Still Snow with a super chat. Lunch Oni and CrypticFox. My day has improved. Thanks, Still Snow. Can't get used to the fact it's lunchtime over there when I'm streaming. I put my daughter to bed tonight. And I'm actually lucky I made it to stream. I fell asleep while I was putting her to bed. And I woke up, and it was a bit of a monumental effort to get my butt back out of the bed to get up and do a stream. So hopefully everything goes well tonight, and my brain is at least somewhat connected to what we're up to. This little pool of water here is actually getting really tiny. It's doing a tiny, tiny amount of cooling, but not much. I have a flow of water moving here that's just kind of all over the place right now. Now this little section over here, we probably don't need to produce too much oxygen here anymore, because we're all right. Well, irrigation's probably a problem over there. Oh yeah. Our polluted water dried up. We have a ton of polluted water on this map. We're producing more of it, but it's way on it's like pretty much as far away as I can get from this is the good source of polluted water way up here. And I'm not really set up to be able to move it the entire way, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. We also have polluted water down here that we're using to produce clean water that we're ultimately then using to produce oxygen. And we got this stuff going all over the place too. I need to clean up my piping networks. I'm going to have to clean some stuff up. I probably want to stop pumping the water that's down here and just let it sit. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to do that or not. But let's work on getting some stuff set up for our plastic space. Now I'm thinking if I build it in this area here, we'll have a bit of an insulation buffer away from the colony itself. That'll give me some additional room if I want to actually expand down a little bit. Plus, the duplicants that are down here working will have to wear the exosuit. And since they have to actually be down there working the machines, it'll probably keep them a little bit better. They won't overheat and that kind of stuff. I think there's a bug with the grills where recipes you have on continuous but ingredients that aren't available at the moment vanish from the menu, but are still eventually produced. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. Somebody suggested actually breaking the grill down and then rebuilding it. I might actually do that. Just found Cryptic. Love your vids. Welcome, Wrath's Demise. Hello from Germany. Well, hello in Germany. Okay. I guess I might as well dig in here. I'm going to need the coal and stuff that's here anyway, so I might as well. I'm thinking, like, if we build our space, like, right in here, this will be the room we'll work with. Because we're going to need to produce petroleum first, and then the petroleum, of course, can be turned into plastics. Now, the challenge is going to be that things do tend to get a little bit warm, so we'll have to set up something for that. Let's see what we can do. I think probably it would be a good idea if I started first at one level here. Let them dig all this out, and then we'll let them... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Stop doing that. I don't want you to do this part. There. We'll start them digging there, and then we'll just expand downwards afterwards. Hey Fox, appreciate your effort, dedication, and content. Watching your stream is my sacred time of day. Lol. Thanks, Crystal. Glad you enjoy these streams. Halfway through episode 5 Hollow Knight when I saw your live streaming. Welcome, Shadow Yori. Yeah, I tend to stream most nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Unless I, unfortunately, don't successfully wake up after putting my daughter to bed. If I fall asleep with her. The stream schedule this week I have set up through Monday through Friday, and then we might do some streaming this weekend as well, but I haven't firmed up those plans just yet. All right. Down here, of course, we want to get into our oil. This water that's in here is going to be a bit of a nuisance. Can't really siphon it off necessarily. We can't sponge it up. We have to use an actual pump. So I'm thinking we'll actually just pump the oil out until the whole thing drops down to the bottom level, and then maybe just have a filter set up so that when the water comes through, we can send that off somewhere else. There's actually a really nice pocket of water here. 21 degrees though. Who's suffocating? Who's suffocating and why? There's only 3 points of exit for our colony. Well, actually, there's 4. So down here, which they don't really have too many reasons to go down here right now. There's not anything for them left to be picked up. There's nothing they can harvest because everything's stifling. Oh, I guess they could be doing the compost. No, that's what they're up to. So there's that, and then there's this one over here on this side, which again, not really a lot to pick up. I have this blocked off so they don't go down in the cold biome that way anymore. They're pretty much just dropping off polluted dirt out here. I think. What we got in here? Organic... polluted dirt and rot pile. Well, okay, good. You guys keep storing that out there. Sneak in and you're safe. Haha. Sneak, sneak. I think not. Hey, newbie. How you doing? We have 25 duplicates still. At some point, I really do want to bring in more. I mean, 25 is kind of a lot, but I want more. I need more duplicates. I'm going to get somebody trapped down here. Just you wait. I better keep an eye on it. Does oil freeze in pipes? What's the freezing temp of oil? Oh, you're getting around the F key by using the pound sign. Poor Rabbit Dog's got a broken key on his keyboard. He can't type the letter F, so certain swear words are definitely off limits for him. No, oil... I don't think the oil will freeze. I've never gotten to a point where you can anyway. How do you enter a natural gas geyser / set put to enter? Like to set it up to enter? I build everything next to it, to be honest with you, and then I break away the wall to open it up so the gases kind of flow in. We don't have a natural gas geyser yet on this colony. I haven't found one just yet. Actually, I should. Let's go to the temp overlay. See if we can find any spots that might potentially have another geyser on them. Or something. I really would like to find a natural gas geyser. It's kind of convenient. Not seeing one. Yeah, I don't see any temperatures here that suggests there's... Oh, there's one right there. Spoke too soon. Okay, so we have something here. I'm not sure what it is. Looks like it's a volcano. Or another like polluted water vent or something like that. I was really hoping for a natural gas geyser. I need to find one. Very good power source. But basically I just build everything next to it and then I break the wall down and let the gas flow into the area that I actually wanted to capture it in. I find that generally that works the best for me. Let's stop this so it'll dig off in a layer. You ever going to return to Car Mechanic Simulator 18? Yep, I'm not done with the game. I just haven't been... I haven't had something I specifically wanted to build lately with it. So I've kind of been focused on other games. What about Gold Rush? I still have it. I know they've done some updates and stuff. Not really a lot of demand for Gold Rush. A few people have asked about playing it, whether I'm going to play it anymore, but... I haven't decided if I'm going to go back and play it just yet. This game had a tutorials in-game. I suspect not. If I had to say, I would say definitely not. They do have this up top here, that like a database that gives information, but looking at the other games that they produce, they haven't really incorporated that kind of a tutorial type system in them, so I rather doubt it. Especially a game like, say, like Don't Starve, for example. There's quite a lot of complex stuff in Don't Starve, even. Maybe not as much as this. But they don't have any kind of a tutorial on that either. Light blue in the yellow section up to the right. Light blue in the yellow section up to the right. Well, we have this one here we've already uncovered, but I don't see another one. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I mean, we have this one here that we've already uncovered, but I don't see any other ones there. That's all right. All right, let me quick work of this. That's not too bad. We do need to get more of these pinch of pepper nut things, so I should probably peel off this layer also next. Yeah, no tutorials, learned by discovery. Makes you feel smart. Well, there's actually, I mean, there's a lot of content creators like myself that have made content as well, so I'm not sure whether it's something they're going to wind up doing or not. I've never specifically asked, to be honest. That's a pretty big pocket of coal there. That's impressive. We're probably going to want to dig that out. I should use a ladder here. Well, actually, they're going to... Yeah. I'll put a ladder down here. I want them to climb down to get these seeds. So, at the end of the last stream, we were just finishing up this pinch pepper farm, which apparently has body temperature issues. Say, what? 35 to 85. The carbon dioxide around it is 35. Why is it not hot enough? 35.1. I don't know why those would be stifling. The rest of the plants are fine with it. It's like hovering right on that borderline temperature. You would think it would be hotter with the coal generator here, but apparently not. I might actually have to heat that space up a little bit, which is kind of lame. Using the oxygen setup that you show in one of your vids, it works pretty well. Thanks, bud. Yeah, that's the one I use all the time. I have a larger one right now that I'm using. So instead of using a single electrolyzer, because we have so many duplicants, I'm using a double electrolyzer system with 3 pumps for the oxygen. Same principle for this one, though. And then I have one of those singular ones up here, actually. Just producing, between the 3 of them, they produce enough air for our duplicants to breathe. Colony's in good shape that way, actually. And we're back up to 180,000 kilocalories of food, too. We got pretty low last time. Things were looking grim. Well, isn't that awesome? Somebody build this ladder, please. It's a good thing they're in the exosuits. They won't suffocate for a little while. I knew someone was going to get stuck down here. There we go. Alright, I'm going to use... actually, what's the temperature down here? You know what? I was going to use insulated tile, but there's actually no point. It's going to be so hot down here anyway. We'll just use regular tiling. Build this all the way across. Dupe lost. Stuck dupe. Is that the dupe you were talking about? The one that was down here? The one we just got out? I don't see anyone else saying they're suffocating or starving or can't reach their bed or any other thing. Dig them up and replant them. 34. Oh, it really is. The temperature is dropping up here. That's really weird. 36.7. Growth halted fertilization. Oh, that needs... we need more phosphorite up here, too. Phosphorite is going to present some challenges for that. We got nice pockets of it. I just haven't really dug much up. Any use for Abyssallite left in the game after the nerf? Not much. No, it's a component in building like some other tiles. Like I think there's some insulation tiles or whatever you can make. So it's really just an ingredient now. You don't build anything out of it specifically. When's the next CMS live stream? Not sure. I don't have one planned at the moment. Flooding alert. Where? Are you talking about up here? Somewhere else? I don't see any flooding. Oh, this. Yeah, that's no biggie. It's okay. It started off that way, actually. I don't even know if I can reach it to dig that loose. I think I probably can. Any duplicate comes down here, they can dig this out. And we should probably throw a wall in here. Just to keep the water trap back there. This water is surprisingly warm. It's 22 degrees, even though it's against this insulation. It's a bizolite. It got pretty hot in here. I guess just from the air temperature? I don't know. It's pretty close to lava, though. More poles. Eat more poles. Well, it's a question of where I can put them that I'm going to have space for them. I mean, I could put some more down here. That'll make them go faster. I could put another one down this side. Get rid of our fancy artwork at the bottom. Oh, why are you running on that? I forgot this thing was still on. No, not deconstruct. Cancel deconstruct. I just want to disable. There we go. Hey man, love your Oxygen Not Include videos. Hey Tess, glad you enjoy them. Welcome to the stream. Okay, we're going to need a pumping system down here, so I might as well set one up. Temperature down here is not extreme because it's next to a cold biome. It nicely sort of tempered that temperature for us a little bit. Just use iron ore, I guess. We also need to build a setup where we can make some glass and steel and that kind of stuff. We're going to need that stuff eventually. I'm not really in a huge rush to get it, but it would be nice to have it soon. Soon-ish, anyway. What happened there? Sedimentary rock. Let's use igneous rock. Alright, this is going to go straight up here. What the? Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Alright, so we're going to pump the oil up to here. Cancel this out. Don't build those, please. And I got to figure out what I want my setup to look like in here. So we're going to need some refinery stuff. We're going to need some flooring. We could put a gas generator down here. We'll need to hook into the power supply somehow. There's a variety of things we're going to need that I don't have set up right now. It's bad to have a resource that's actually useless. Well, I mean, it's not completely useless. It's just that you can't build anything directly out of it. In a way, it was kind of broken anyway. You could make regular tiles out of a bizolite, and they were better than insulated tiles. Cheaper, and they accomplished the same thing. Does the RoboMiner not need a base anymore? No, you can stick it anywhere. So if we go into the RoboMiner, you can see we could build it here anywhere, and you can rotate it and stuff too. Oh no, actually I think it does require a surface. It does still need a wall. Wall or a floor or whatever. I guess we could have built one, but I find it takes so long to build those things and make use of them that it's often just quicker to put the dupes to work. Particularly when you have 25 of them running around. We're not really lacking manpower. Alright. Alright, so in here, I guess we'll use some airflow tiles. I'm thinking if we put the... If we put a refinement on this side, we could put storage on this side. We have a lot... We're going to produce like natural gases and stuff too, which would be nice to try to capture. For the most part, they're just going to go to waste in the way that this is set up right now, unless they set up some sort of a capture environment. So maybe... Here's the oil refinery. Oh, it's going to produce 5 kilograms per second of petroleum. That's also going to set off natural gas. So maybe we'll put the oil refinery in its own little enclosed space. So when they use that, we can capture the natural gas that comes out of it. What would be an easy way to do this? I want them to access it maybe from the... Well, actually, the natural gas is going to flow downward anyway. So maybe we'll put it here. We'll create like a capture system where the natural gas can fall down into this lower area. So I'll swap out some of these tiles. Give our duplicants a ladder to get up here. Incoming piping. Actually, this is kind of inconvenient. Alright, that's the input. Output is going to be petroleum. We're going to do plastics, so we'll need the polymer press. It would be kind of nice to get a couple of the polymer presses running, but I'm also going to want them to be cooled in some way. So I think we're going to pump some water into here. So we'll put the polymer presses in here. And I'm going to use a mesh tile for the flooring. I'll create a little catch basin for it almost. Like this. Put a little bit of water in there. Actually, I think they'll produce some water on their own because they make steam now, but build out of gold. Oh yeah, I forgot to make those out of gold. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oops, not the algae distiller. We want oil refinery. Make that out of gold. Same thing with the polymer presses. Those will need to be gold also. Usually I have 10 to 12 dupes. Your work gets done so much more quickly. Yeah, I've got 25, so we got quite a few of them. Now down here, only 6 of them can work at a time, because I only have spots for 6 exosuits. But that's okay. They have other things to do around the colony anyway. Surprisingly, there haven't been that many scenarios where we've had a lot of idle time. The dupes have been keeping pretty busy, which is good. Don't want any wasted labor. Okay, out of here we want the petroleum to flow. That's going to go into the input on our 2 polymer presses. And then the remainder we'll actually send off and do some storage over here. So we'll need our liquid storage containers. Let's do another ladder over here. It's going to be kind of a weird setup, but whatever works. We're going to set up like a massive storage system over here. I mean, not that massive, but fairly big storage system. Coal generators would be good at that refinery. Yeah, with all this coal there, I suppose it would, wouldn't it? Don't forget to have the automation drop the plastic into water on a timer to keep it cold. Yeah, well, my intention is to put a little bit of water in here anyway. I've been finding that, they raise the melting temperature of the plastic to begin with, so it doesn't turn into a puddle so easily. But then outside of that, it's... even just a little bit of water that comes from the machine seems to stop it from melting now. Okay, and there's our petroleum storage. That should give us enough for a little while. We're going to need gas storage as well because we're going to be capturing some natural gas. Otherwise, I guess we could just send it straight out to a natural gas generator. Produce a little extra power. Have the plastic makers face each other? Alright. 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, really. I guess that way we could do the automation for pickup that way. CMS is Car Mechanic Simulator. Another game that I play on the channel. Used to take just 16 dupes and have never survived enough to launch a rocket. I think that more dupes would make it easier. No, usually more dupes makes it harder. Because you have to do so much to keep them fed and supplied with oxygen, all that kind of stuff. So typically, if you're having trouble, you want to take fewer dupes, not more dupes. It takes a long time to get to the point of launching a rocket, though. I think we were around cycle, I don't know, 500 or something when we launched a rocket in our last colony. What's the point of the critter automation sensor? Well, I've seen it used in a scenario where you use the critter sensor for things like setting up automated critter assassination, for lack of a better term. So if you can set up like a farming setup where the sensor will detect when there's a certain number of critters and then trigger an effect. So I've seen that used for managing farms a little bit and producing meat, but I haven't really played around with it a lot, to be honest with you, so I'm not really sure how I would use it personally. Okay, the petroleum down here Stuff that's not going in the polymer presses we're going to want to store. So we'll go through... We're going to daisy chain all these together. Not so much because you need to in order to fill them all, but when you actually want to take the contents out of them, this way you only have to have one output and you can drain all of them in order, kind of thing. This one I kind of want to do backwards, but this setup is going to be weird. I wonder if I can flip. Hold on a second. Can you turn these things around? I've never tried to flip these storage containers. No, they don't flip. Alright, I guess we'll do just a similar chain then. Not that I'll be draining them in the near future anyway. But when it comes down to the point where we actually want to, like, fuel a rocket or power a generator or something, it'd be handy to have it set up this way. Have to go on a date. Have a good night, Shadow. Hopefully it's a good date. I don't use critter sensors. My hatch tower works just fine. Yeah, it's not a requirement. There's really nothing in this game. Well, almost nothing in this game that's an absolute requirement. Most of it's optional. So you get like the basic things to make everything work. And then they just have other things that allow you to have higher degrees of complexity, like germ sensors and critter sensors and all that kind of stuff. All the automation stuff is not really a requirement. It's just like a nice to have sort of thing. Okay, I was going to just put a door on here, but I think I'm going to use just a normal little gas lock in here. We'll dig this out. Only because once we get to the point where we actually have some natural gas being produced in here, I don't really want it flowing everywhere. I'd rather keep it contained if I can. I don't think it's going to fall down here. It's probably going to rise up. Well, there's a fair amount of polluted oxygen here. We'll see what... I got to see where it's going to level out. Maybe I should actually enclose this whole thing. I built these out of airflow tiles because they don't break with any kind of liquid, and it's okay for heat transfer and stuff. But maybe I should try to keep this thing a little bit more contained. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be bothered. Build top ones from back to front. Have you done... Oh, yeah, well, actually, yeah, if we swap the... Well, I've already got the piping all started and everything. I'm not going to break it down now. But you're right. If we started at the top, we could have gone... Well, no, if I go back to front, we have the same problem. So if you look at the pipe overlay, we'd have to go in from the bottom... Sorry, into the top, and then out from the bottom and into the... So we'd have to, like, go out, around, and in, and then start going this way. So, I don't know, whatever. It's fine. When it comes to the point of emptying it, I'll just run another pipe out this way, or whatever direction I'm going to send it. It'll be fine. It's all good. Have you done anything with automation? Only little bits. I don't really do a ton of it, to be honest with you. Okay, I kind of want to use some wiring here that's going to be a little heftier. Only because I don't want to have to come down here fixing it all the time. Alright, so we have those. If we throw a coal generator like right in here, it's not going to be enough to run everything though. So this is 480, these will be another 480. The coal generator won't produce enough power by itself, at least not one of them. Not enough to run consistently. Now granted, this oil refinery is only going to operate when the duplicates are here running it, so it might actually be okay if I put some batteries in here. I'm just concerned about the heat. Yeah, you know what? I'll put the coal generator here, I think. Great little space. We can put some batteries in. I'll put the coal generator down here. Actually, I should probably leave enough space I can try to automate it. Save our duplicates having to run down here all the time. Smart battery. It's kind of a weird setup, actually. Going all strange. Okay, we'll need a storage container. We'll put some coal in that. Plastic makers off-gas CO2. Yeah, it's not really a big deal. It's just going to build up in here. It'll get more and more pressurized over time. But that's fine. Oh, they need a gas output, I think, right? They need an output. Yeah, there's the gas output for them. Okay, so that's going to need to vent out somewhere. Where can I put that? I mean, we have a little bit of plastic, so I guess we could make... we could make a high-pressure gas vent, I guess. Send this out here. What's our pressure? It's already 1,200 grams out here. That's not great. Alright, we'll stick one here for now. This might actually need to change. TRD Taco with the super chat. Wait, he's working on making plastics? And not a squirrel. Yeah, not yet. Ooh, we're up to 274,000 kilocalories of food now. Fried mushrooms, bristleberries, mushrooms, and barbecue. Now, they have a lot of bristleberry, though. The bristleberry is not really a good quality food source. Be nice to actually combine that with something else. Let's get an automation wire in here. We'll use this to control our generator. Actually, I should probably send this a little differently. In shipping, we're going to want an auto sweeper. We'll set this up for coal. Coal and only coal. I'm actually going to need to set it for coal and have it at basically the same priority as the one up here, otherwise I'll end up moving it, because this one is set for coal as well. Oh, it's... Alright, it's priority 5. Alright, that'll work. Use carbon dioxide for making oil later. Oh yeah, because down here we need... Is it polluted water or CO2 we pump into this? I thought it was polluted water. I don't really use the... where is that thing? Where, oh where, oh where? Is it a station? Utilities... Oil well, there it is. Takes regular water. I thought it was going to take polluted water. So actually, the reservoir of water that's sitting right here is going to be handy. 240 watts of power, liquid intake pipe, crude oil, heat, temperature, yada yada yada. So when we get the stuff pumped out of here, we can set up our fancy oil reservoir there, or our oil well. I almost never use the oil well, so this will be neat. I broke that ladder, and now I need it again. Takes clean water, yeah. Have you reached critical mass crossing piping yet? Nope, not yet. We still have more piping we can do. Up top here, there's a ton, actually, of pipes that are kind of in the way. Let's check and see what the temperature is like up here. It's getting colder. 35. 35. Yeah. That is really inconvenient. I did not expect this to get cold. It's 39 degrees here, 40 degrees here, 35 over here, 46, 48. Why is it colder over here? That makes no sense to me. I mean, it could be because the insulation's like 35 degrees, but it doesn't exchange heat with the thing very much. I don't get it. Huh. All this hot air everywhere, and not enough of my plants. That's so weird. Going to Mac work, do you think? Have fun with that? Slicksters use CO2. They do, but we don't have any yet. I don't see any down here. We'll find some. We haven't had slicksters. Oh, there's one. He's got the fancy little jumping Joya here, too. That little Slickster's jumping for Joya. Have you ever played Stardew Valley? And if so, was it fun? Yeah, I've only played it, I think, once or twice. It's another game that I have so many games now. It's got to be kind of too much. I have a lot of stuff that I want to play, and I don't have enough time to play it all, and there's constantly new things coming out that I want to check out. So I do have it, but no, I haven't really played it a lot. Which is kind of a shame. We need wiring over here for all this junk. I guess I'll use conductive wire since I already started doing it. This only produces 600 watts. I was thinking 800. I'm going to need a double generator. Which means I did not set this up right. That stinks. What was I thinking? I mean, I guess they're not going to work at the same time, but at least that much. Whatever. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to have to rebuild my power production over here because I didn't build enough of it. Mistakes may have been made. No, just ran out. Gotta go refine some more metal. Played Splatoon 2. No, actually, I don't have any Nintendo systems, so I haven't played Splatoon at all, actually. Oh, I guess I could use gold down there. I have some gold. Oh, no, I don't have gold. I used it all. Alright, good times. Who's the puffed in your base? Exterminate. Where's the puffed? Exterminate. Exterminate. Where's the puffed? Oh, there he is. Man. Oh, it's a puffed prince, too. Those guys are bad. They make far too much stinky stuff. We don't want that. We'll make barbecue instead. It'll be fun. We'll invite the neighbors. $20. Alright. We got someone to punch the button a whole bunch of times. We'll get ourselves some fancy refined metals. Okay. Oh. The recipes are back. Hooray. Well, some of the recipes anyway. They're still not all here, but we got some of them. Stuffed berries. What do I need for that? Pinch of pepper nuts. I have 11 kilograms of pinch of pepper nuts. Which is not really enough. With the gristle berries we have, I'd kind of like to do something more than what I'm doing with them, but these are poor quality. They're just eating like regular ones, I think. Actually, we might not, never mind. I don't think we're even cooking the ones we have at all. Come on. Bristleberry. No, I guess they can't eat the raw ones. That's weird. Gristleberry doesn't even show up on here. How weird is that? The grilled butt of the bristleberry. Alright, well maybe we make some. It'll actually... Maybe it'll show up. That's weird. Did say generators plural. I don't listen. What you talk about? It's going to take a while to build all this. I'm going to go ahead and dig in here also. We'll get this coal out of here while we're at it. Since we'll need this to power the whole production system anyway. Hello, neighbor. Invite the neighbors, the puplets, over to the base for barbecue, but don't tell them they're going to be the barbecue. That's right. You got it. Joe Nolan with the super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Joe. Appreciate the support. Gristleberry must not be food. What are you feeding these dupes? I mean, I have fried mushrooms, gristleberries now, and barbecue. I need more of those pinch of pepper nuts, but my farm is not running optimally right now. I need to heat up the piping or something. I gotta get something going up there that's gonna take care of some of the heat. Joe Nolan with another super chat. Great channel. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the support. Glad you enjoy the channel as well. All right, this is all set up down here. You know what? If I was smart, I would have built this in a way that I could actually run it off of this generator. But I don't have enough generators because I'm just that smart. Yep. Good times. Okay, I have a better idea. I can build a second one here easy enough. We'll just dig this out. We'll build another generator right in here. And we'll just move our automation around, and then it will still work, in theory. Down to gold. Oh, you know what? Don't even dig this out. Just dig it. Just put it right on the stuff there. We don't need anything fancy. For shipping, we'll throw our auto sweeper and spin it around. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, so now we can get both our generators. That's going to require a little bit of wiring. Construct this thing. Perfect. Ray with the super chat. Good job. Keep it up. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate the support. Thank you for the super chat. Added a space heater. Yeah, well, the thing with the space heater is it heats in a vertical column. It doesn't necessarily like just radiate out heat in all directions evenly. It tends to heat upward more than anything else. It's also not an enclosed room I have up there, so if I'm going to do that, I would probably try to just create like a heating loop that kind of keeps everything warm or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll solve it. Nothing's insurmountable in this game. I probably really should have used more batteries here, too. If I were smarter, I would have used more batteries. How does the sweeper work? Well, basically, you can set it. You can set it at different priority levels, the same as anything else. But what it does is it picks up any loose material that's around, or that's in a storage space, and it will either put it into machines that need it, put it into storage containers where it's supposed to be stored if it's just sitting on the ground, or you can feed it into a conveyor, depending on how you have your priority set. So I have my storage here, for example, set at a priority 5. So if my generators are set at a higher priority, what the sweeper will do is take things out of storage and feed it automatically into the machine for me as it's required. When you have it, when you click on it, you can see the area that's going to cover. You need to have at least half of whatever it is you want it to be fed into covered by this area. So if we only had like one row of the machine covered, for example, it wouldn't put anything in it. It's got to have at least half of it covered over. So this isn't a perfect coverage, but it's enough to actually feed it in. So what it'll do is the duplicates will put the coal in here. The sweeper will take the coal out and feed it into the different machines whenever they need actual coal input. It's actually really handy. It saves a lot of time and effort. So I have the same thing going up here, actually. This sweeper up here is what's feeding these machines with coal. So this storage container is full of coal. And as these run down, the sweeper will grab coal out of the storage bin and feed it into the different generators. Because these are priority 7 and the storage is only priority 5. Which auto sweepers showed the real area they worked in blocked areas? Yeah, I don't know. I've never really had too many issues with it that way. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't show a solid overlay. It'll actually show what's blocked now. I was staying here so this thing would actually do something, but our batteries switched off our power production, so it's not doing a lot right now. But when these get down, it'll grab coal and it'll top it up. Oh, that's weird. It's actually showing it could pass through this point right here, but that's normal. That's like an actual wall spot. There it goes. See, it's topping up the generators for me. It's very handy. Saves the duplicants having to go do it, and it's also much more consistent about it because that's its only job there. This is really... Oh, I have a snore? Wait a minute. How do we have somebody who snores? Oh, that's right. We have them on a different sleep cycle than everybody else so that they don't disturb the other duplicants. Completely forgot we brought a loud sleeper in. They're very, very, very slowly getting to the jobs I want them to do. What I wish for is the auto monitor to reach past doors. Oh, yeah. That would be good, yeah, because then you can have it tucked away. Particularly on the surface, so it doesn't get damaged. Oh, you know what? I forgot the automation wire on that lower one. Let's take care of that. Let's put a priority on that so we don't waste coal for no reason. Our sweeper's good to go. I need... power down below, so in order to just avoid things getting overloaded, I think I'll use a power transformer. Set that here. Connect it with a conductive wire, and then we'll just run regular wiring for the lower portion of this. We'll feed that all the way down to our pump down here. What'd you miss? Not a ton. We've been digging out an area down here to do some plastic production. Other than that, not really a lot. Your family still eats Spam. You're a rebel. There's a few people I've had pop in here that say they like Spam. I don't know why people like Spam, but... You can hear them snore now? A little bit. Okay, I want some water in here, so I'm going to place... Do a little auto bottling. Just a little skim of water in here to help keep the machines cool. And the plastic that they output too, actually. The best place to get that, I'm thinking, would be down here. I feel like I should be able to turn the pitcher pump around, but you can't. Okay, so they can run through there. They should be able to reach everything. That's good. The only thing is, I wonder if... Where else do I have the pitcher pump? So the other one's up here. I wonder if they'll choose to go all the way back to the kitchen, or if they'll go downward the way I would prefer them to. I hope they don't run back up. That would be a nuisance. Oh, there's chlorine in here. Need to get rid of that chlorine. Fried eggs and Spam is a guilty pleasure. Ugh. I don't like either of those things. I can't eat eggs. They make me yak. Adding in Spam just makes it worse for me. So I got a little bit of game lag now. 223 cycles in. We're starting to get a little lag. That's not good. Oh, I haven't been feeding these guys either. I really should fix that polluted water situation. I don't think I have another good supply of it just hanging out down here. The tiny little pocket of it over here. I should, you know what? I should dig into this. We'll find out what this is, because I'm going to need water. I have noticed that the geysers seem to happen in multiples in this game a little bit. So let's see if this happens to be a polluted water source for us. Let's dig into here. Cancel this. Don't want them to actually build it. See if we can figure out what that is. Oh, plus we have Buddy Bud. Can't go wrong with Buddy Bud. Not quite Friday yet. Every day is Friday with Buddy Bud. Can't eat eggs either. It's not that I'm allergic to them. I just, when I was a kid, I ate a bad egg. I got really sick. And ever since then, I haven't been able to eat them. Classic conditioning. I mean, you won't need a nice comfy bed because you're sneaking. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, you're not in the colony yet. Don't you worry. We'll find a torturous place to put you or something. It's easier to build 1 or 2 temp shift plates out of ice than behind the plastic press. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Except I'd have to dig them up. What have I got down here? We got some snow. Oh, we have ice down here already. That would work. Agreed. Let's do that. I'll leave the ladder there anyway because I'm going to build the pump over there eventually. Utilities. Temp shift plates. We should get nice insta-melt on these too. It says there's low heating, but I don't buy it. There we go. That's actually going to be a fair amount of water in there. Can't stand the smell of them. Neither can I. They smell like sulfur to me. I don't know if it's the same for everybody or whether my nose is just messed up, but it smells exactly like sulfur. Like a demon is around. Where's your glossy drecko? We have one. We did have one. Oh, you know what? He might have died. The glossy drecko didn't have any food because our mealwood wasn't growing. The temperature was too hot out here. And I didn't set up the farm specifically to keep him maintained, so I think he died. He's basically barbecue. Or former barbecue. One of the two. It'd be funny if the geyser was a lava volcano and caused the polluted water to... Oh, that would be... Wouldn't that be wonderful? Yes, that would be hilarious. It's gonna flood your machines. Just do one row. It takes so much ice to build one of these things. Well, you know what? I'll build a couple and we'll see. We'll see what it ends up making, water-wise. Cut it way down. Oh, you know what? I should actually try the temperature plates up here. I'm having issues with temperature behind my plants, but the temperature to either side is actually nice and hot. If we set up temp shift plates, it should even out the temperature across them, and we'll be good to go. Ideally. Gold amalgam, wolframite. Why would you make a temp shift plate out of plastic? I don't understand that. Like some diamond ones? You know, all fancy? Nope. They take too much materials. Insane how much they cost. Alright, I guess we'll make them out of something generic. Sedimentary rock is thermally reactive. What's the temperature over here? 37. It's not really that hot. Alright, let's make it out of this. See if we can get a good even temperature spreader on here. Oh, what's that pipe? Liquid pipe's 34 degrees. Oh, that actually might be what the problem is. It's lower than the surrounding air temperature, so I should make it out of insulated piping in here. Try to swap this over. There we go. Try to maintain the temperature that we have in our little garden space. See how that goes. It's kind of ugly, but... Do you guys know what's overheating and breaking? On my colony or somebody else's? I don't know if there's anything overheating. Can handle the GC controller, not being able to play with every game. Can let... Blah, blah, but no RC battery. Get it. Alright, confused. Stuart GM with a super chat. Thanks, Stuart. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, this wonderful diamond in here. Got all this diamond, we can finally get married. Oh no, I fell asleep. Hey, Polani. Welcome. Hey, Cryptic, I've been seeing your videos for a while. Love your Oni tutorials. Thanks, Stuart. Glad you enjoy them. I haven't made one in a while. The last one I didn't get a ton of views on it, but the early ones seem to be fairly well received. It's saying it's flooded already. That's insane. How's it? Wait a minute. I think I built that back wall out of something else entirely. Deconstruct background buildings. How is that flooded? There's not even enough water here for it to display. So let the pipes still work after rebuilding. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. All right. Let's, you know what? I don't want to mess with that. It breaks constantly, so let's not do that. I just won't overlap it with the temp shift plate. Because this ends 38 degrees, so if it spreads that heat across, it should be okay, I think. Good lord. Got a bunch of notifications that stuff was overheating and that a building broke. Oh. Oh, I made it out of copper. That was why. Oh, how silly was that? All right, let's fix these, I guess. Buildings. Broken building, flooding. That's so frustrating. It's not even, you know, it's probably only flooding because it's hovering above the floor. Ah, stupid water. I should have just built a regular floor there. Yeah, I know there's water there. It's just there's not enough for it to display. It shouldn't be enough for it to flood. And yet, there it is. All right. Jumbo battery out of gold. What are these made out of? Copper! I built these before I had a lot of gold, I think. We built this this oxygen production pretty early on. DuckTales! Life is a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a duck blur. Teach water physics, floating and invisible. What is this? What am I locking in? Is the power not... Oh, that's what it is. The power's not quite finished down here. And by not quite finished, I mean it's got a long way to go. Alright, never mind. Thought I was at least close. It's only not displaying because of the airflow tiles. Yeah, I know. I see, the funny thing is, it's only showing one of the two machines is flooded also. The other one's fine. Even though you can see the water's there. 177 kilograms of it here versus 177 kilograms here. But one building's flooded and the other one's not. That really makes no sense. It's weird. It's just weird. Wow, memories. Yeah. I haven't watched DuckTales in forever, but I saw Polanyi through the lyrics in the chat there. It's funny. Used to like watching that in Darkwing Duck. Alright, I kept paying attention to other things, and I meant to give these guys some food. They're gonna wind up starving to death on me, and that's probably not good. Happiness for... Actually, they have a fair number of calories. I don't know where they're getting them from, because these plants have been stifled this entire stream. They haven't had any irrigation. They've started to dig down here. They got the buddy bud dug up. That's something. Trouble is, by the time they get down here, they don't really have a lot of time to work. Oh. I was like, what is that noise? I told them to attack the fish. Oh, no, they wounded it and it got it. Well, there it goes. Now we've got meat down there I can't reach. That's great. Go get the meat. All right, what do we got? Oh, no, that's a volcano. Oh, it's a water geyser. Water geyser, 5.5 kilograms at 95 degrees Celsius. That's a problem. 691 seconds every 1130. So about a 50% uptime. It's water, 5.5 kilograms per second. That's, I mean, that would normally be really handy, but I was kind of hoping for a polluted geyser. I have them at, I have them opposite. I have the clean water down here, and I'm cleaning water at the top end. That sucks. I mean, it's still good, but it also sucks. Most underrated movies of the 90s, The Chipmunks Adventure, that song with the baby penguin and the mama still makes you cry. I don't know if I've seen that. Maybe you could switch from airflow tiles to a door on one side for the plastic presses, then you could just open the door and let the water out as needed. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. As long as it flows outward. Where scrolling around too much. I mean, deconstruct these. I probably won't even need to go that far. The thing is, these are going to produce a certain amount of water. I don't even... You know what? I'm crazy. It doesn't even need to hold the water in. It could just sit on top as long as there's enough there for it to call it water. Because it'll leave a little skim of water in here regardless, I think. It's just a lot more water there than it looked like. Look at it all. Kilograms of it. And this building's still flooded. 12 kilograms versus 24 kilograms. Still an issue. I don't get it. Oh my gosh, you must find it so nostalgic and sweet. Oh yeah. Like how the dupes are like, oh, this is meat with polluted water. Wipes and shirt, all clean. It's fine. Once you cook it, the germs go away anyway, right? It's just little floor meat. It's still good. It's still good. All right, I think I'm okay with actually with this water even sitting down here. It's spreading. I was kind of hoping it would spread this direction instead of that direction, but these airflow tiles are hydrophobic, so I guess that. Oh no, there's still some there. That's good. Good, good. And these will produce more water. It's still saying it's flooded. 152 grams of it is. Oh well, whatever. It better work. If that building doesn't work, I'm going to be upset. Dig a few channels to drain that polluted water into the place where the pump is. Well, the pump's not really... the pump's up above it. So the polluted water is down below and the pump's up here. I could just move a pump down here. I need to get the water out of here anyway. Because we're going to... If we dig into this, we're going to want a place for clean water to capture, right? So we'll throw this pump down bottom. It's not going to run for very long. But it'll give me what I need to get my plants back in order. Alright, that was weird. The poor guys are getting all sopping wet when they go in there too. Now they need a serious shower. Oh, which reminds me, I haven't built showers. What am I thinking? We have a luxury apartment complex, and they don't have any showers. How could we have missed it? They even get a buff for having a shower. But I've consumed all the space. I could potentially move the break room again, I guess. If I make some more space for luxury apartments on the right-hand side, then we can move the break room and put the showers in here, but we're going to want some cooling for the showers because they're going to produce heat. So if we can have a cooling loop for that, it'd be, what are you guys doing? Okay, good. I was like, why are you down there if you're suffocating? But they're okay. New member, welcome Ray S. Welcome Ray, thanks for clicking the join button. Appreciate the support. Enjoy the emojis and whatnot. Welcome to Team Green. Each room gets their own shower and toilet. Yeah, make it so. I mean, we're a little cramped for space. I mean, we have had that before where every place had their own bathroom and stuff, but that would be pretty awesome. The size of this apartment would have to double. So we'd have to push it all the way over to here in order for them to have enough space to have both a little bathroom facility and a shower. Now, mind you, if they all had their own bathroom facilities, we could do away with the centralized ones. Maybe we'll gradually convert like one apartment at a time and see how that goes. Or we'll start with ones on the right-hand side, so I can get a pattern finished, and then once this building is not working. Are you kidding me? 150 grams of water in front of it, and it's not working. I'm gonna break it. Deconstruct it. Get that out of here. We'll build a new one. Welcome to our luxury hotel. Showers are not an option. Alright, this will be in refinement here somewhere. Polymer press out of gold. There we go. This one better work when they build it. We should set up an auto sweeper here to get rid of the plastics pretty quickly. So we'll grab that. We'll do a conveyor line, maybe. We'll send it... Where can we send it, actually? I mean, it's pretty hot out here because I've been cooling water over this way. So that's not really going to work so great. Where can I send the plastics? I don't want them to be somewhere that's too hot because they'll just melt on me. I guess even if I just store them right out here, it would be cooler. Mildly cooler. Anyway, I don't know. Conveyor lower, conveyor receptacle. Okay, so we need a loader here. Fortunately, this doesn't all require refined metal. So we'll put a loader right here. Throw our conveyor rail on. I actually have less metals than I thought I did. I must have been using a lot of them. Where can I send this thing? If I store it up here... Ooh, actually, if I put it, like, right here, it's fairly cool here. It's only 26 degrees. Now the duplicates can come down here to grab it. I think that'll be alright. As long as I get it away from where it is. And it's back in the colony area where they don't need an exosuit in order to collect it, then I think we'll be alright. So we'll do conveyor rail this way. Alright, we'll stick it right in it. Whoops. Didn't need to do that. Alright, we'll stick it right in here. We need a conveyor receptacle. Like so. Which means we're going to need another power connection. Because why use a little bit of power when you can use a lot of power? No, that's not going to reach that. There we go. Convert the rooms into duplexes. Like double occupancy kind of thing. I guess we could do that too. What if they had like if we did it so that... Again, this is going to be a little weird. If instead we had like a separate bedroom with like a kitchen and a bathroom in the middle that had like a shower, and then the trouble is going to be like what way do they get into it? Like, I don't know how we'll do that exactly. But we could almost do like so that way we're only doing like two bedrooms per bathroom instead of a separate bathroom for everyone. We could like test that out on the right hand side and see how it goes. Try building one that way. I wish we could steal some of the items that they find that are like relics from the old age. Like if you could move like vending machines or these little tables they have. There's none down here. The little tables and chairs and stuff. I wish I could put those in the apartments. Oh, what the? Okay. For a second there, I thought BDS Empire was stuck. That'd be just like me. Strand my duplicants in the middle of nowhere when I'm not looking. Never done that before. More than 1,000 times, I mean. A kitchen? Yeah, like not for actually cooking, but like a little dining space. Well, actually, no, there's probably no benefit to the dining space, because if they eat in the Great Hall, they get a morale buff, and they wouldn't get that eating in their own little room. So maybe that's not a good idea. But we could do a bathroom. We could do like a separate little bathroom. As long as we can do it. Minimum size 12 tiles. Yeah, so that should be fine. We could do a lavatory and a shower and a sink in each one. The tricky part will be direction of travel. I guess I could set it up so they can only go in one door and out the other door in the bathroom. And that way they always have to pass by the sink on their way out. Yeah, Netflix is going up $1 to still the best deal around. Yeah, I agree, actually. I saw the email and I was like, oh, well, it's going to cost me more money, but it's still cheaper than normal cable and stuff. My kids watch a ton of Netflix, and I actually watch a lot of it myself. So price-wise, it's still pretty amazing. Isn't that going to have slime on it? I mean, slime lung germs? Which, the plastics? No, it should be fine, because it's coming from a space in here. The airborne germs, they don't adhere to objects. So it should pass it in here and be perfectly fine. I need power down here, though. Kind of been tapping a lot of stuff into the power down here. I gotta be a little careful of that. Show me my power grid. Alright, I need more refined metal. Oh, actually, if I tap in right here, then I won't need refined metal, and then I won't be risking my power grid either. That's probably the better option. We'll set this up for plastics. So manufactured material, plastic. Perfect. Just came in. How'd you get chlorine in the base? It's been in there for a while. It kind of leaked in from the left-hand side over here. So back when this door was opening and closing, I got the chlorine inside the base. And then just by virtue of gas pressures, it's kind of sitting on that layer between the CO2 and the oxygen. So it's kind of compressed right in here. It's not really an issue. If anything, actually, they have to go up through the chlorine on their way out of here. So it's almost like getting disinfected on the way by. Build a slimed oxygen thingy where they're building the pump. Wait, where's this now? Why the installation for the production of oxygen 3 if pump 2 doing what? I'm confused about what you're saying. Are you asking about this setup here? Why do I have 3 pumps? Time for a cookie. Cookies. I want cookies. Give me cookies. Poe, I want a cookie, Poe. Poe. Okay, chlorine is sorted below the natural gas, which is below polluted oxygen. I need to get a gas pump down here. I really should have put a wall here. It would have helped keep the natural gas trapped in this little gap here. Oh, I broke my machines. Oh, it got too hot. Okay. I imagine it broke from heating up too much, because these things get super hot. No, 53 degrees. That's actually not that hot. But I'm only setting petroleum, so it couldn't... There's no possible way it was something other than the petroleum, I guess. You can do door, sink, toilet, shower, toilet, sink, door. Yeah, but then I'd have to do 2 sinks in there. Instead, I could do door, sink, toilet, shower, door, and have the flow go from right to left instead of left to right only. That would kind of accomplish the same thing. I'm surprised those broke on me. It's 46 degrees down here. Huh, those must have gotten hotter than I thought. Oh, I meant to queue up some more refined metal and I forgot to do that. I think we're going to need to start looking at like a kiln or something so we can start to produce... Oh my gosh, I stifled all my other... That's amazing. Where one plant was bad, now they all are. 39 degrees. If they can finish building the templates over here, it should heat up on this side again. But I actually made things cooler by putting in the temp shift plates instead of warmer. So, you know, hashtag epic fails. .2, temperature plates 37.3. It should be even the temperature up better. I'm surprised it's not. Oh, I'm going to do too much effort just to grow pepper nuts. Playing around with the gas storage or with the tanks for all gas types and running pipes from all over to a couple of filters to sort it all. Complicated, but it kind of works. Yeah, I mean, if you got something set up, you can set up a sorting system to clean gases out of your colony. I mean, the chlorine sitting here is really not a problem. It's not interrupting anything, so I'm not terribly inclined to do anything about it. I suppose if it got to the point where it's in the way, I might try to shift it out. What is going on here? Slow oxygen recharge. I'd kind of like to make this one pump dedicated to feeding oxygen into here, but I can't really afford to. I need the oxygen for the colony. Mind you, they're spending more time in these suits now than ever. It's never too much effort for coffee. All right, I agree. What temp's the pepper's water supply? It's coming in at 32 degrees, but I have it in insulated piping, so it actually shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be changing the temperature of the area, but it's not doing what I want it to. I mean, there's another way I could handle this. I could set up radiant piping through here and set up a heating room and just put it on its own endless looping cycle with a temperature gauge to keep a certain fixed temperature in the area that's doing the heating. I was just trying to avoid it by doing something simple with temperature plates, but this isn't exactly working very well. See how it goes. I'll let that sit for a little bit. There's only half the plants planted there right now anyway, so I guess it's not that big a deal, but... Alright, down here I need a gas pump. Stick that here. Can I actually mop this up? Nope, too much liquid. Great. Fabulous. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to want to set some pipe out of here. I'm thinking I want to do a gas storage in here. Where's my gas reservoir? Stick the gas reservoir here. I'm going to need to filter the gases coming into this, so we'll throw a gas filter on here. It's going to be a little hot here, though. That's the only problem. This is going to take natural gas. We'll send that into here. Bloop. The remaining gases I think I want to send out of this room altogether. I don't have enough plastics for a high pressure vent. That's not great. That's not great at all. We'll start to store up the natural gas here. We'll ultimately use it for power generation, but for now, not so great. I didn't change the pipes to insulate. Oh, didn't I? Oh, I canceled it, didn't I? You're right. Oh. That probably is causing some issue temperature-wise. Although, this is up to 35 degrees now. These shouldn't be stifling anymore. The temperature actually evened out quite nicely. Same with these ones. They're over 35. But the plants are stifled. Body temperature. Plants internal temperature is 34.9, but the air around it is warmer. So it's actually evening out. It'll be okay. I'm gonna leave it. Less effort's betterer. Jobs mastered. Building lacks resources. Broken building. What else did I break? Oh yeah, those. I forgot about that. Okay, I need better metals. I can't deal with that. I need to make like a kiln or something here. Not a kiln, a metal forge. Things are gonna get too hot down here. Metal refinery, that's what I need. Man, brain not worky. Okay. If I put the metal refinery like right here, do I have a supply of hydrogen I can send down to use the anti-entropy thermonullifier? Doubt it. Temperature down here is actually kind of warm. I think I just made the filter out of copper. Oh, did I? You're probably right. Jeez. Yep, sure did. Pays to be attentive. As you can see, I'm always paying attention. Who's not being nice? Be nice to Poe. Don't be mean. You might have had more brandy than was advised. Oh. And you didn't share? I think the hatches eat meal lice now. I think I was feeding them that since I had better food. Yeah, I don't have a meal lice farm set up. I probably should set one back up again. I have a whole bunch of meal lice kicking around. Ventilation gas filter. There we go. Make that out of gold. So, we'll need some wiring in here. Yeah, but water there could make hydrogen run the power. No? Yeah, I could. I'd end up with a bunch of oxygen I don't necessarily need. But you're right, we could technically do that. Why don't you pump extra gas through the vent you already have? Don't use brains on me. Look at you people using all your brains and stuff. Point of sage hatches is coal. Feeding them food is suboptimal. Well, I mean, if you had meal lice and you weren't using it, then I mean it's fine. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to make it. You know, it just occurred to me, actually, the natural gas. I've got a bit of an issue here. I'm blocking out these vents. There's actually water sitting on top of here that's stopping the natural gas from flowing easily into this lower space. Even though it's acting as a nice coolant for my refinery. More wire. Give me more wire. Let's do a little automation down here too. We'll do Atmos sensor. What the? Oh, the critter sensor. I've yet to use that. I should experiment with that a little bit. Let's put an Atmos sensor down here. I don't want to pump this thing if we don't have any pressure. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, it's only 300 grams, though. 300 grams of chlorine is holding back. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. No, it's 1,200 grams. Okay, it's fine. It's all fine. Don't worry. We got it. You have no hydrogen vent in your world. What's the best way to produce hydrogen without wasting so many materials? I always use these things for hydrogen. I don't know that I've ever had a hydrogen vent, but I use the electrolyzer to produce hydrogen. In this instance, I'm producing the hydrogen and then converting it to power, but you could similarly just, you know, produce hydrogen and use it for other things. So I've used it in here for, like, cooling. I have it over here for regrowth of drecko scales being produced out of this. This thing's almost completely out of water. I'm going to need to reroute my water supply. This is going to get warmer because it won't be getting pre-cooled before it goes into our little cooling space. So a few things I got to sort out. Takes so much attention like focused on this kind of stuff that in the meantime, oh, this thing's breaking like crazy. Overheat damage, yeah. I need, oh, they can't reach that. Are you kidding me? Get a little ladder. All right, so I'm going to need something here to manage temperatures. I was hoping the water would be the thing, but that's apparently not going to fly. Instead of oxygen generation by the nullifier and start the thing running, otherwise cold biome will melt. Yeah, I mean, I want the thermal nullifier anyway because I want to be able to use it for things, but I never set the battery up. Start it back up when it gets like 10, I guess. Hydro vent is useless. Use electrolyzer. What do you mean by hydro vent? Oh, for the hydrogen vent. Yeah. I've almost never had one of those. At least not that I can recall anyway. I really don't remember having any. I'm concerned that if I put something out here, it's going to max pressure, and then I won't be able to use it anyway to produce hydrogen. Unless I built it somewhere else. Oh, boy. This I did not have set up with a filter on it. Ah, oh, drat. Okay, hold on. We're going to need... in our plumbing, we're going to need... Why is my brain not working? Liquid filter. There it is. Man. No, that's not going to work. Why isn't that working? Why can't I connect that? That's lame. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we're going to connect up these, like so. No, not that. Stop it. It just occurred to me I have that water sitting there. I intended to filter it out, and then I forgot to set up the whole system to do it. And then this will just pump into here. We'll throw a liquid vent here, and then as it gets to the water layer, it'll skim it off and just dump it over here. Oh yeah, I forgot to set the ammo sensor. So if it's above, I don't know, 750 grams or so, and move it. Otherwise, I want to let it just sort of filter down there a bit. So we're getting a little bit of natural gas here. Too much of it settling up in an area I don't want it to be. That was poor setup on my part. I knew I wasn't paying enough attention to it when I set it up, and I did it anyway. Because that's how smart I am. Try to create a gap down here I can sort of settle in. A little bigger. These things are going to be constantly broken. I'm going to go through so much gold. I'm going to set these to not repair for now. Disable auto repair. What I want to do is make them out of a material that's going to last a little bit better. So if we can get like tungsten, then that would work better. But I need to make tungsten. To do that, we need to set up a metal refinery, which is another hassle all on its own. You know what? I'm sending oil up here anyway. If I set up a metal refinery, I can send the oil into the machine as a cooling agent and send it right back out again. That might work. And then I don't have to worry about the temperature of the oil because it's not going to it won't be in a loop that'll allow it to just keep heating over and over again. Sun Honey Sage, welcome to the stream. It's been a while. You trying to put oil in your vending machine? It's not how they work, I'm sorry. I'm not convinced. We'll get it sorted. We'll get oil in that machine. Don't you worry. Oh. Well, isn't that a funny loop I've got going on? Alright, plug that in. Plug this in here. This into there. We'll set this thing for... crude oil. Then we'll deconstruct the pipes in between. Perfect. Plastic's so stupidly hard, rockets are so much easier. It makes no sense. I don't think rockets are easier than plastic. It takes time and preparation, but once you get it going, it's really not that hard to make. I mean, we're already at the point now where I have enough petroleum stored up I can make plastics for a while, but we have a good layer of natural gas there. This room's gonna get filled with it. Nobody light a match. This will be like the non-smoking room for sure. For comfy beds, it's worth it, but still stupidly hard. You don't even get that much of a benefit out of the comfy beds. I just want to make them because we're going to the point of being all fancy and stuff. But it's not like they get a huge morale boost or anything off of having a comfy bed. Which in some ways is kind of odd, but... Power for the fluid filter. Yeah, they just need to finish the wire. I've got it drawn there. They just haven't finished it yet. And they need to do the vent over here too, so that's fine. I might have been better off setting up the gas pump up here somewhere. Just evacuating all the polluted oxygen and letting the entire room fill up with natural gas. But I guess this is okay. It'll work. How much longer am I streaming for? About another half an hour. I usually stream until midnight Eastern time. $416,000 kilocalories of food. I think we're doing okay food-wise now. Tell me we've got a pinch of pepper nuts. $57 kilograms of pinch of pepper nuts. So enough to make 57 pepper bread, basically. So this is still not producing very well. Body temperature, it's sitting like... The air is right at 35, and the body temperature of the plant is 34.9. So it's just below that threshold that I need it to be. Isn't that a nuisance? I want to replace this all with insulated piping, but if I do, I'm worried that's going to mess everything up. I have to, like, repipe the whole thing. That would really suck. I'm going to try it anyway. Try swapping that out for insulated piping and see what happens. One YouTuber is sporting 2 rockets. Big steel. Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's a lot of steel to make rockets. And the worst part is when you're doing all that much with steel, you're producing crazy amounts of heat at the same time. Like, just insane amounts. Polluted water too cold for the pinch of pepper nuts. It should be fine as long as the pipe's insulated, but I didn't have it set up with insulated piping initially. I thought it would be fine with the level of temperature that was in there. We're hovering right on that line. Like, it's not like we plummeted way down below. It's just balancing on that hinge point where it's not working. We'll be seeing a stream on Sunday sometime soon over on that other site. We will. I had every intention of streaming on Sunday night. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm so bad for falling asleep with my daughter lately when I put her to bed. Which does cause certain challenges that way. But the short answer is yes. What the? Oh, Joe's a narcoleptic. Sleeping on the ladder. In the exosuit. That doesn't strike me as being very comfortable. Why have they not finished this stuff? This stuff is all reachable. Finish building my junk. Oh yeah, grind this game. Yeah, he plays Oxygen Unincluded a lot too. I mean, there's only 3 of us that I know that consistently play the game, like myself, Brothgar, and grind this game. I'm sure there are definitely others, but those are the 3 that I'm familiar with. I know Blitz plays as well on his alternate channel, but I don't know if he's been playing it much lately. So grind this game has 2 rockets. That's a lot of steel. Alright, this is all working well. Okay, good. So we do have some plastics. I gotta fix these. I need to get some tungsten. I think maybe I should do my forge down here. I was thinking I could try to leverage this as a cooling mechanism, but the polluted water down here might actually be better. Where can I tap into a decent supply of water? So I have water up here. Which is not quite keeping up with the supply and demand needed down here. So I found in general that usually the steel refinery, because it produces so much heat, I like to sink the heat into the water typically. But maybe what I'll do is I'll build it in here and try to interrupt the incoming oil flow as the coolant for that system. If I peel some of this off, we'll put a floor in here. Refinement, metal refinery. Set incoming pipe into here. Outgoing out of here. We'll just let it loop right back in that way. At the bottom by the nullifier is a lot of water. Yeah. Yeah, my only concern is that it would definitely nuke this whole cold biome. But mind you, this one's so down close to the lava that I'm not really using it for much. Maybe I should build it down there. I don't know. I'm so indecisive. But normally what I'll do with the steel refinery is I'll create a loop of oil that I use for cooling. That I just sink all the heat into a pool of water and then send it back in so it's cooled. I'm gonna try it this way instead, where I'm kind of ignoring. I'm ignoring the heat by just sending it off to be consumed in some other manner instead, rather than creating it on its own closed loop. How much power does this thing take, though? Where's my refinery? 1.2 kilowatts of power. That's great. I do not have this set up well for that. Okay, what I can do is run a natural gas generator, I guess. That's only going to give me 800 watts. Huh. That's tricky. Hold on, I'm gonna put a little block here. The natural gas generator is gonna produce polluted water, which I'm perfectly fine to let drip down on top of this machine. So if we set up, ooh, I could use a petroleum generator. That produces 2 kilowatts of power. We definitely have excess petroleum. Whatever. We'll go natural gas. Alright, we'll go like this. So, mesh tile here. We'll do the... Actually, I don't want to do the whole thing in mesh. I want it to flow a particular way. Airflow tiles like so. Cut this out. We're going to need mesh tiles to get across to it, I guess. Come on. Okay, so I'll pump the gas in here. We'll produce power. We'll add it to the power that we're getting from these. So these would be... That'll give me a 2 kilowatt total power output. We'll connect this into the same power grid. We'll let the incoming oil flow will cool it to a certain degree. The polluted water coming out of this will drip down and run across to the water reservoir here, which will cool it some more. And we'll see if that kind of manages the heat to the level where it's not going to get insane. Let me see your germ display. Oh, it's germy down here. Very germy down here, but it doesn't really matter because they're wearing exosuits. That's the reason we're still at 100% immune systems. Germs are a non-issue at the moment. All right. Hopefully we got enough refined metal for this. That's just so expensive from a power consumption standpoint. Crazy. Okay, we're gonna need incoming flow from this. Oh my gosh. I got such a hot mess in here. I need a gas bridge. Throw a gas pipe in here. Like so. We can input to there, and then the CO2 that's going to come out of this is going to be a nuisance. We'll send it up here to the same vent and see what happens. This is a really weird setup, I think. I guess I'll just use... Connect it that way. Natural gas tank's full, but it's not going to be for long. I actually don't really care so much. Because this doesn't have a piped output, this whole room can fill up with as much natural gas as it wants. It'll act as its own little storage container. And then all I need is this thing to capture it. It's actually better if it gets higher pressure in here. So it'll make it easy for me to capture it. So I can grab it, we'll send it into this machine, it'll produce a little bit of excess power for us. These 3 power systems combined will be enough to run hopefully everything I've got here. This is not set up for plastics yet, so manufactured material, plastic. Party 6. Okay, so as we produce it now, the sweeper will pick it up. That will move it into here, which of course will store it. Bob's your uncle. Okay, that's all done. I need to... So out of this, we'll be able to make tungsten, and then the tungsten should be able to be used to make these buildings, I think. That will handle higher heat levels, and hopefully stop everything from just going kablooey. Let the spaghetti commence. Oh yeah, we've got spaghetti piping everywhere. Don't you worry. We're like an HVAC company's worst nightmare over here. HVACs, plumbers, you name it, we're making a nightmare out of it. Isn't dirt piping natural for you? Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of my natural state. I think I could agree with that. Oh, is this not... Wait a minute. Did I not draw wiring for that? No, I didn't. I didn't even draw some wires. We're gonna need those. Give me this. Okay, but we don't want to consume gas when we don't need to. So we similarly want to have this connected to the smart battery with some more automation wire that we can't really afford. There we go. What's the shortest route? Probably a straight line here. I think I'm gonna need to tell them to refine some more metal because I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna have enough for that. Ironically, I'm refining metal so I can set up my metal refinery. You know, Uncle Bob, that's right. You got it. Holy headache, Batman. Ran out of dirt, but like, how? You have to compost polluted to regular for plants. So, most plants don't require dirt. However, there are certain ones that do. If you put sleetweed into a farm tile, it requires dirt. That's why I tend to leave mine just growing in the natural state. It doesn't produce quite as quickly, but it doesn't consume dirt. Mealwood also consumes dirt, so if you have a big mealwood farm and you've left that in place, it's going to keep drawing it in. You can make more dirt yourself if you take the slime and raise it up to the melting temperature. So if you look at the properties, there's a melting point of 125 degrees Celsius. If you can heat the slime to 125 degrees, it converts instantly into dirt. It's very hot dirt, but you have it. Generally, that's not like an ideal setup, unfortunately. You're better off to convert your plants to something that doesn't require the use of the dirt, but Steel's cookie. Cookie. What's the benefit of conductive wire versus normal wire? The normal wire will carry a load of 1,000 watts or kilowatt. The conductive wire carries 2 kilowatts worth before it'll start breaking. So this total power production here is 2 kilowatts, and this is drawing 1.2 plus the other machines. I don't want it to be too low. If we use regular wire, it'll just break constantly. We'll spend all our time fixing it. Should be kind of a nuisance. This is producing all kinds of wasted power because there's one little segment, or two. I guess that's two. Two little segments of wire they haven't done, so it's wasting the power. More snow in DC. It's supposed to be really snowy here this weekend too. It's supposed to be cold and snowy. Two of my least favorite things. I keep saying I should take up skiing just for the purposes of not being upset when it snows. What's diff in conductive wire and heavy conductive wire? Well, the heavy wire is like 10 or 20 kilowatts, I think. 20 kilowatts. Heavy conductive wire will carry 20 kilowatts as well. It has a slightly better negative decor rating. And it's better for overheat. So the heavy conductive wire, you can see it's getting a... Well, it actually gives a... It's weird. Oh, that's the resource effect. Yeah, I really don't know the difference. I mean, one's using refined metal, the other's not. I don't know why you would choose to use the others. That 5 decor difference is really not worth it. I don't know any instance where I would opt to use the heavy conductive wire. Unless it could be run through walls and floors. Let's check that. If you can, then that would make it totally worthwhile. Nope. So I would pretty much always use conductive wire, or I mean heavy wire. You can also use the fishies, then eat algae and give you polluted dirt. Yeah, but then you're never really gonna have a production system that's big enough to support a real farm or anything that way. You live in Canada, you can't hate snow. Oh, let me tell you, I sure can hate snow. Professional snow hater right here. The trouble is, I don't do any winter sports. I think that's my problem. I don't ski. With a bad back, I can't do, like, sledding and that kind of stuff. It's not really my thing anyway. Because I don't do winter sports, that pretty much means whenever it snows, the only thing I do with it is shovel it. So, and drive in it. So, never mind. Can't reach that last one. Oh, they can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. You are correct. Let's give him a little boost. Can't go wrong with more ladder space. We can almost build a fish farm down here in this thing. Take our excess water flow here to farm some fish. Yeah, I read the chat sometimes, but I do miss a lot. It's rainy and kind of cold here, but not complaining. Looking at the snow in the east. Yeah, you don't have to shovel rain, that's for sure. No need to run conductive wires if you connect everything to the fire pole. Every time the dupes go down the fire pole, they get a little electrocuted. It recharges their exosuit. That would be perfect. Hashtag winning. What's causing the bad back? I have a herniated disc in my back. which is just a never-ending joy of fun and entertainment. Okay, they can reach the wire now. Finally. Save refined metal. Connect the sweeper up instead by the coal gens. Oh, here I could. Yeah. You are correct, sir. If I deconstruct these wires, then we can take the wire from here. Like so. Getting almost 20 inches of snow here, and that's a lot of snow. 20 inches? Seriously? I thought we had like 20 centimeters coming. I was like, oh, that's kind of a nuisance. You know, I find the weather funny. Like in Canada, I don't know what it's like in other places, but I feel like they they make the weather overly dramatic. It never just snows. It's like it's light precipitation. If it's gonna snow, it's like Snowmageddon. Snow, my God, the snow's coming. Like it's ridiculous. Every time there's a snowfall, they act like it's the end of the world coming. We live in Canada, so I don't think they should be acting that way so much. Okay, this is all set up. I just need a duplicant to actually run the thing. And the unfortunate side effect of this is they also need to run this thing. There goes the oil. Produce that tungsten. Yeah, give me that. Give me that oil. That'll let some crazy hot oil, which will join the flow. That'll go back in. We'll just refine it. So the temperature, it's gonna get really hot down here. It's a good thing they have exosuits, because otherwise they'd be just toast. I'm gonna deconstruct this and we'll set it up to be made out of tungsten now. Yeah, Icepocalypse. It's Snowmageddon. I haven't played in a while. Can you explain the chain of machines you have going on here? Okay, so we have... This is for our plastic production, for metal, for oil, natural gas. I kind of got a lot going on here. We tapped into some oil that's down bottom. We're pumping that oil up, and it's flowing into this general vicinity. I made some... actually, I need to make another one here. I made these polymer presses... Oh, can I not make them out of tungsten? Are you kidding me? Don't give me that. No, there's tungsten right there. I can't make them out of tungsten. That's awesome. How am I going to keep these things from breaking? Arg. Anyway, so the oil flows in here. I have an off pipe going off of this to go into our metal refinery, which requires oil as a coolant. We're using that to refine metal, and then that sends the outflow of oil for its waste oil into this incoming flow. This is being sent into this machine over here, which is the oil refinery. The oil refinery creates petroleum, but it releases natural gas and carbon dioxide. Natural gas is just being let off into the room, which we're collecting down below, to be pumped into a storage or gas reservoir, and then subsequently out of the gas reservoir and into this natural gas generator to produce power. These are all for storing petroleum. The petroleum flow as it comes out feeds into our polymer presses, which produce plastics and are wonderfully breaking on me in fantastic fashion. I'm super happy about it. I used up enough wolframite, I can't even use it. Alright. Which means I've got to set up a different cooling system here. This really sucks. Anyway, so these are producing plastic. Plastic gets picked up by our auto sweeper. Puts it into this receptacle, which sends it out a conveyor belt line that goes up and into the lower portion of our colony, where the air is a little bit cooler, so the plastics won't melt. The duplicates can pick it up and do kind of building and stuff out of it. So this whole segment down here is really about producing plastic and petroleum, and then some metals and things. Check my oxygen production. Seems okay. That's still running. That's still running. Yeah, our oxygen production should be fine. It says insufficient oxygen generation, but it says that all the time. We're still good. Cool polymer press using crude oil. It's 50 plus degrees, but it's lower than 125. Yeah. The issue I've been having with it is, even when I put a little bit of water here, it immediately said it was flooding, which was, you know, not cool. Why is this not picking that up? What's going on here? Oh, I didn't put this thing close enough. Are you kidding me? No. That should be close enough. Why is it not reaching that? Grab the plastic, put it in my receptacle. Plastic. Sweep. It has power. Well, isn't that a nuisance? I'm thinking this isn't close enough. It should be, but I don't think it is. Oh boy. Such a pain. Did you tap into that cool steam vent? Nope, not yet. I haven't needed to. I've got so much water right now. We got water for days, to be honest. All right, so conveyor loader. We're gonna move that a little bit closer. Hopefully this will solve this issue. Which means we need new conveyor belts. Or conveyor rail, whatever. Our power is gonna need to be rerouted just a little bit. Into there. Deconstruct this. It just picked up the plastic. Where did it? Oh, I hate this machine sometimes. Oh no, what is it doing there? Oh, that's weird. It actually picked up gold off the floor and put it into place for building things. I didn't think it would do that. I thought it would only send it to completed machines. That's kind of cool. Not super helpful, but kind of neat. This is being cooled pretty well, actually. Like, we got a good setup going down here. How's the water production going near the freshwater geyser? Up at the top there? Oh, the freshwater geyser is probably just about... The polluted water below it's probably just about tapped out, actually. That is way over... Yep. Alright. Stifled plants again. Fabulous. It would figure that where I need the polluted water is where I have the fresh water and vice versa. Seems about right. That's about how things go with the colony usually. All right, let's go ahead and we'll set up a water basin down here. There's no reason not to make use of this now that we have it in place. We already have a pump here. It's already pumping water out. We won't be able to actually put it directly into the plants anymore. We'll have to route it somewhere else. But we might actually be able to save a little bit on effort cleaning water elsewhere. Because we'll have this now. Stick that up to here, get a little door on. Use a thermal regulator. The only thing I see, the thing with the thermo systems they have in this for cooling, I don't like spending the power on them. I mean, this one's 240 watts. It produces a lot of heat, unfortunately. I don't know. I guess I spend a lot of time trying to avoid using the mechanical cooling systems just because of the power consumption. Maybe I spent too much time on it. I really should just spend the power sometimes and deal with it. In our colony here, things are largely cooled by our air cooling system. Not that it's keeping it fabulous, but it's reasonably good. Except for down here. Things are getting a lot hotter down here. Dupes are going to need to breathe down there. Breathe down where? Oh, down there. Yeah, it's going to take them a while to work down here just because it's kind of messy. The thing is, we don't have exosuit set up for this lower area, so I can't really do a lot about that. They can breathe the polluted oxygen. It's just not good for them. It's like, here, duplicate, don't worry about that air you actually need. Just breathe this crappy air. It'll be fine. 37. Petroleum's too hot going to the presses. Oh, yeah. You know what? That might actually be it. Hold on. 73 degrees. Yeah, you know what? That probably is the issue. It's the petroleum, not the air around them. Good eye. What's the temperature in here? Ooh, it actually cools a lot going through that system. It gets down to 41. Okay. So we'll redirect it a little bit. If it's the petroleum that's breaking it, then that's an easier solve. We can deconstruct the liquid pipes here. And we'll set up new liquid piping coming out of this end. And we'll draw the petroleum after storing it instead of before. That way it'll get a chance to cool by going through this whole system, and by the time it comes out the other end, it's more like 40 degrees, which is within the temperature range of what it could accept. And then it shouldn't break. Polluted air, still air. Yeah, sort of. Ladder needed on the left side of the water. Oh yeah, you're right. I meant to build that and I forgot. The colony's getting big enough now, and I've explored enough that if I don't pause when I move around, there's a definite difference in how quickly it will scroll. Let's get a ladder down here. Save a little materials, I guess. These poor little fish. I wonder how long they'll flop around down there before they die. I've never actually paid attention to how long the fish live until their time is come. What are they waiting for in this? Refined gold. There's refined gold sitting right here, and they're not using it to build this thing. Come on, guys. It's just full of slam lung. It's so good. It's so good. Slowly making my own lava zone. Very, very slowly. It's not that hot. I mean, it's not cold, but... Oh, I forgot when I broke those pipes. I spilled a little petroleum on the floor. Which is now down in the water down it. Great. All right, let's mop all this up. Just bottle up the petroleum. It'll be fine. Hi, CrypticFox in chat. On my way to work, just wanted to swing by to see if any of the duplicants had died. Hey, Manuela. Thanks for stopping in. Nope, no duplicants. No duplicants dead, anyway. We've still got the same 25. 241 cycles in. That's not so bad. We have a fairly decent supply of food now. We got all the way down. With 25 duplicates, we had, I think, what, 14,000 kilocalories at one point when I was swapping over our garden system from mealwood into the bristle blossoms. Our food supply got pretty low. I'd say we've made a fairly decent recovery now. Why have they not built this yet? What's going on here? That's right. Just break it when it's got materials in it. That's perfect. Excellent work. Oh, the only gold that was in it was the gold that was delivered by this. What is going on with this? Somebody build this thing. Give it priority 8. Get her done. They're busy running all the machines and stuff. Roses are red, violets are blue. I sacrifice dupes and so should you. No! I'm always so sad when my duplicants die. Wait a minute. Did I run out of... Let's refine metal. Where's my raw... Metal ore. What have I got metal ore-wise? And we still have 7.2 tons of gold amalgam, so that shouldn't be the issue. I don't know what's going on. They're taking their time, though. How much crude oil's left? Not a lot. Not a lot. We're not consuming it at an incredible rate, but... Oh, there it goes. It's going down again. 1,100 kilograms. If I tap in over here, it's going to flood out pretty good. When this gets low enough, we'll filter all the water and everything off it, and we can actually start to use the oil reservoir, which I really haven't done to any great extent. That'd be a fun little thing to play around with. What's going on here? Oh, insufficient resources. Oh, and of course it's now stuck with the... Yeah. Wait, who's suffocating? You guys are fine. Stop wheezing. It's all the people working down here. They spend all their time down to this horrible oxygen environment. Oh, they finally built this thing. Finally. Okay, let's get this set for plastics now. Blah, 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 blah. Manufactured material. Plastics. Priority 6. Okay. I should finally do our fancy sweet... Really? Come on, guys. There's tons of oxygen in our colony, and they're hanging out down here in the carbon dioxide, just wheezing like crazy. They find like the tiniest little pocket of polluted oxygen, and that's where they decide to hang out. Okay, I need to break the pipe here in case this gets finished. Because I can't work down there anymore. What about Joe and the volcano and the molten copper? With the good air and with the bad, that's how we work in this colony. Oh, I think I see what the issue is. There's not enough suits. We're only getting like a couple of duplicants down here at any given time, and they're not staying down there very long. That first suit is not getting oxygen at a very good rate. And Nightbot's too busy working the refinery. They need to breathe. They don't need to breathe. Breathing's optional. That alarm's telling you to build an air system. No, it's not. It's fine. Bleep. After midnight, need espresso. Oh yeah, espresso. We got a lot of petroleum sitting on the ground here still. What's up with that? I thought I mopped it all. Okay. Refinements. All right, let's see if these things actually don't break now. This would be novel. Please know with a volcano you've done in your life. Ah, poor Joe. I mean, on the plus side, Joe, you never really died to the volcano. Oh. Did I put these down in a different place, or did I just... Oh, that's how I got the petroleum. I accidentally dumped it. IR smart. Yeah. Brilliant. Broke extra piping I didn't need to. That's where that extra petroleum came in on the floor. Good to see you're finally playing The Long Dark. Yeah, I just started last week, I guess. Fun game so far. I really like the art style in that game. Alright, we can't make wolframite in here anymore. We could make other things, but I'm not going to at the moment. We'll leave that be. And that noise is going to get super irritating. Maybe I should build them an oxygen system. The thing is, they're not really going to be down there that long. They pretty much just need to deal with what's in here, and then... Probably should sweep up in here too. Let's mop up in here. We don't want any polluted water down here to add any germs. Poor duplicants. I abuse them so badly. Production of plastic attempt number 2945. Go. They're fine now. It was definitely the temperature of the incoming petroleum. Why does that look like petroleum there? It is petroleum. Why is there petroleum sitting there? That's weird. It shouldn't be leaking petroleum. It should all just be steam that comes out, which condenses into water then. All right, yeah, it was 100% the temperature of the petroleum that was going in, because they're not breaking at all now. So good eye. Good catch there. And that's why we do Let's Plays. So when I'm screwing up, you can correct me. Made a petro mess when you broke the well, no, they come out in little bottles, I thought. These little bottles of petroleum here, typically, but that's okay. I mean, it might have just been sitting there from when I accidentally broke too many of the pipes. But nevertheless, we finally have a system that's producing plastics. In our manufactured material, we have 1,145 kilograms of plastics, which means we now have the plastics necessary to start producing some fancy beds for our luxury apartments. It is after midnight my time, though, so I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. But what I think what we'll do next time... well, I'm going to fix this because I'm getting frustrated that it's not working. So we'll fix this so it's working properly. And I think we'll expand over on this side and start to build luxury apartments to house some additional duplicants. So those ones, I think we're going to go with like a 2-bedroom and isolated bathroom setup for the duplicants that live there. They'll have the fancy beds and everything. So we'll get all that plotted out. Once we have that sort of templated for the size of what it's going to need to be, that'll give me a sense of what I can do to alter the ones that we built over here to make them even larger and more lavish. Make sure our duplicants are living in the lap of luxury inside of this wonderful asteroid in which they live. But thanks everyone for coming to hang out tonight. Appreciate all of you for coming to chat and stuff while we play. Thanks so much for the super chats and everything as always. Welcome Ray S again as a new member on the channel. Thank you for clicking that join button. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing some more Hollow Knight. I have a feeling I'm getting closer to the end of Hollow Knight, but I think some people said we're only like 65% of the way done, so I don't know. I feel like we could go after the end now, but what do I know? So some more Hollow Knight tomorrow, and then I'm going to be deciding what I'm up to this weekend, if I'm going to have a chance to stream or not. But thanks again so much, everyone. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.